Now, the global shift to electric vehicles is well underway. Global leaders are now calling for an end to gasoline vehicles by the year 2040. But how prepared is Africa for the shift? Well, CGTN's Peninah Karibe brings us the following story.
One of Nupia taxi company cars being charged for the next trip. There are 60 of such cars in Nairobi right now. This is the first taxi company to venture into this model. Chief Executive Juha Suhonen is very proud of his decision.
We are installing more charging stations and we are importing more cars.
They started with 3 vehicles and only 2 charging stations in late 2018. Today, the company's fleet has grown.
We are importing more cars, and actually today we have already imported more than 60 cars, and we are growing.
But it has not been without its challenges.
We were kind of expecting that the government will do something about the taxes and duties on these cars like some other African countries have already done. But unfortunately, we haven't seen that, so that has slowed down us a bit. And when you add on top of that COVID has made it a bit more expensive to import these cars when it comes to transportation cost and all this. So it practically means that the price of these cars has increased. And of course, that has slowed us a bit down. But nevertheless, we have the investment money and we are growing.
Some of those African countries he's referring to include Rwanda, which this year zero-rated importation of electric and hybrid vehicles and electric charging station equipment.
As an operator of electric vehicles, what are some of the incentives you would love to have from government to make it easy for you to operate?
Well, I would like to see that similar terms that were given to, for example, to players who imported solar panels to Kenya some time back. So meaning that when we are building out this charging network, which is good for the country and the people, maybe there could be something that could be done for the duties and taxes on those devices. And same what comes to the duties of these cars, since we're not consuming any gasoline, which is benefiting the people and the country.
The global shift to electronic vehicles has begun, with most world leaders suggesting traditional gasoline cars should be phased out by the year 2040. In fact, the new wave of battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles is slowly transforming the automobile industry. So how prepared is Africa for this shift? Let's find out. If you had $20,000 to buy a car, what kind of car would you go for, electric vehicle or a petrol vehicle?
Electric vehicle.
Why?
Basically, because the fuel vehicle, there are a lot of variances in prices. Sometimes you're not sure whether at some point the prices will go up.
I would prefer electric, but there are challenges before I make the decision, because now I'll need to find out how to go about charging the car and actually upkeep and maintenance of the car. Yeah, because now that's a big issue. I don't think Africa has fully embraced the electronic car industry as yet. But I thought I saw a Tesla the other day, so I don't know.
I'll still go for petrol for now.
Why?
Because they're cheaper, reliable. Teslas in the US, at least they are a bit cheaper, and they are made for their roads. No, including the softwares, nanini. In Kenya, you don't have the infrastructure, first of all.
But for the drivers of these electric cars, the benefits are innumerable both to them and the customers.
The first reason is that these cars are friendly to the environment. The second is that the car is very quiet, so the customer enjoys a peaceful ride. And third, our prices are cheaper compared to the gasoline cars, since we don't incur expenses of fuel and frequent servicing at the mechanic like the gasoline vehicles.
The shift may still be some time away from being fully implemented in Kenya, but the expectation for the government to hasten is evident. Peninah Karibe, CGTN in Nairobi, Kenya.